The prevalent state of urban people is fatigue, a weariness that encompasses both body and mind. People in different positions often exclaim, "I'm so tired," like many other things, while many express as a way to vent, even though "I'm so tired" directly points to the issue of fatigue. Not many people face it seriously, and then think of ways to avoid. A few issues related to physical and mental exhaustion are worth pondering. With advanced technology permeating every aspect of daily life, and new smart products constantly emerging, perhaps we have reached a qualitative change compared to 10 years ago. In theory, humans should have more time, but complaints of fatigue have never subsided, mainly because sleep is arguably one of the first things humans sacrifice in pursuit of life's conveniences. Since there is still time, let's strive a bit more to earn more money. Since there is still time, let's indulge a little more and watch a few more videos. Drowsiness is the realization of insufficient sleep the next day, a fact will tell us. While work and pleasure are impulses and instincts that force us to act against our own interests, and we feel good instantly. Scientists advise that adults should sleep 7 hours a day, and if you sleep less than 6 hours for consecutive days, the toll on your body is no different from staying up all night. Ask those around you and yourself. How many people discipline themselves to ensure adequate sleep? If not, few people can overcome the body's limitations and suppress the body signals to rest. Reducing sleep is a fundamental factor contributing to urban people's fatigue, but there are other factors that deepen the harm. Many people are unwilling to take the stairs, even for just one floor down. When faced with a staircase and an escalator side by side, most people will crowd onto the escalator without a second thought, leaving the unobstructed staircase empty. For many adults, after just 3 or 4 dozen steps up the stairs, they are panting and their legs feel weak, shouting that they are exhausted, frailer than elementary school students carrying backpacks. This is due to a lack of exercise and inactivity in their daily lives. Furthermore, poor diet can also easily lead to fatigue. Whenever the body absorbs sugar, the pancreas secretes insulin to process it. If the amount of sugar entering the body increases sharply, insulin will also be secreted in large quantities, leading to low energy levels and a drowsy feeling. Some people feel depressed or think about how to motivate themselves, how to thank themselves, so they eat desserts, drink sodas or bubble teas, consuming more than a dozen sugar cubes. No one wants to boast to pile on work, claiming to feel a lot of pressure. Yet, one turns around and forces one's own pancreas to work overtime non-stop, unaware of where the greater pressure lies. In the end, they cry out how tired they are. This is due to a lack of understanding of physiology and following desires recklessly. Another realm of fatigue for urban people is mental weariness, a tiredness towards people and things. Family and friends have been venting the same complaints for over a decade, listening to advice but never changing. Some say they feel tired listening to them. A spouse has bad habits, refuses to change despite repeated advice. The marital relationship is stagnant. Every time something bothers them, the same old issues are brought up again, met with the same responses of quarreling, cold wars, or speechless indifference. And they say they are tired of this back and forth. Work is dull and monotonous. There's nothing more to learn, no hope for promotion or raise. The co-worker, boss, clients, even the eateries near their workplace don't bother them enough to quit outright. but every day they drag themselves to work half dead, complaining about having to go to work, waking up already saying they are tired. When a hot topic arises in society, causing a citywide commotion, only a few are uninterested, but there are still ways to stuff the news and opinions into their ears, and they say these boring topics just make them tired. From life experience, we know physical and mental fatigue are different in nature, with slightly different feelings. But what they share is both send a signal to the person unable to cope, need to disengage from the present matter. Hongji said, "The insufficient will stop halfway. You are simply setting limits for yourself." He was specifically referring to moral cultivation and learning, in response to a student saying, "It's not that I dislike the teacher's way, I just don't have the ability." Hongji believed self-cultivation was a must, so one should not stop. Of course, Hongji would not advocate studying and moral training without rest. Normal rest is necessary. Wake up the next day and continue practicing, not give up completely out of fatigue. Yet, many civilized people over 2,000 years later have abandoned this thinking, ready to give up at the cry of tired. Exercise leads to fatigue, so no exercise. Correcting long-standing bad habits is exhausting, so allow the bad habits to continue entangling. When the body and mind send signals of being unable to cope, they simply stop in their tracks, determined to seize what needs to be done, unaware that they are often protecting themselves too early. Indulging in complacency for too long is simply sloth. Makji states, "People have three afflictions. Those who are hungry cannot obtain food, those who are cold cannot obtain clothes, those who labor cannot obtain rest." Of course, those who labor should rest. This is a straightforward way to address fatigue, not give up. If you know your body is weak and become fatigued halfway through exercise, you should rest and try again next time. If you know there are long-standing issues with your spouse that leave you both exhausted from wrestling with them, as long as you still value their relationship, you should rest and address it again once you've both recovered your energy. In the above two situations, it is not a matter of giving up exercising or discussing problems with your spouse. Unfortunately, countless people just need to utter "I'm so tired" and completely shirk the responsibilities they should bear, becoming frail, prematurely aged individuals who simply exist dejectedly day to day. However, it is not about blindly embracing fatigue. Before resigning yourself to enduring it, you must choose wisely, and choosing wisely requires sound judgment. First, ask yourself, why should I exhaust myself for this? Is it worth it? This "worth it" is a value judgment that differs for each person. Athletes toil relentlessly, only to fail in the end. But they believe it is worth striving for higher ranks to vie for honor. So they devote themselves to bitter training to improve their skills and fitness. Raising children is arduous for parents, often sacrificing personal time, socializing interests, even careers, but they believe nurturing their children to become better people is worth it. It is commonplace to see them simply give without a word. These people choose not to exhaust themselves over stock trading or drinking with friends, but choose other paths. They ignite a flame of meaning that illuminates their resting place at night and guides the way in the morning, making fatigue but a fleeting feeling. As the German philosopher Nietzsche said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow." As for judging which endeavors are worth the toil and which are not, and how to find meaning in things, that requires wisdom. Please comment if you have any ideas. You may also like, subscribe or share this video. Your action can spread the message. See you on the next video.